Alright guys, before this episode starts of Dawson Survivors recap, I just want to let you guys know I'm in this series now. I am a new character that is introduced, in this episode. I didn't want to tell you guys at the end because I thought that would just mix up everything because you guys would wonder what character I am. So in the last Survivors thing, episode 4, I did a little typo saying it was episode 5 instead of episode 4. Okay, sorry. Oh, yeah, he's on the bed. Okay. Yeah, he's on the top. You got this, Andrew. You got him. Yeah. Good job.
Well, I got one of them.
I'm gonna throw my wrapper away.
Oh, no, get him.
Who are you playing with?
Dude, he's gonna kill me. He's by me. Do you see where I am? He killed me. He's killing me.
So I just wanted to let you guys know before the video started, I'm in this, and I had that little typo in the last episode. So let's start it. So we got the intro, of course. I'll shut up. Sorry, it's a little blurry. Alright, so we eventually meet up with Aiden and Alex as they find each other while Alex was in the car, and Aiden eventually meets up with them. So Aiden tells them all about how their family is missing. Or not family, but mainly friends. Dawson, Dot, Jonathan, and all sorts of other people, including Cynthia. So they eventually find this redstone engineer-looking person. Okay, so they eventually find this person asking them a bunch of questions, saying, like, what was the virus all about? Like, what was with that virus? And what had happened? So, later on, they decide to get a little suspicious and look around for any specific clues. But they eventually turn out to find nothing. They decide to go explore for a bit. As big as this place is, they would definitely explore. And they find a secret passageway leading into a cave system. They explore the cave system for a little bit, which eventually leads into that mine. The mine that they were at fighting the Wither in episode 3. So they eventually go inside that little shaft, and it turns out that it's a little cave system mine shaft that they had found. So later on in there, they eventually get out through a cave, deciding they want to go adventure some more. But we're cutting to the part where Dawson finally finds the entrance to the building.
Wait, how is the entrance? Oh my, what the heck is this?
So they eventually find some people, aka me and my guards. Before I start the clip, I just want to say I was really happy and really honored to be in the series. Thank you, Dawson. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, everyone. Oh my god. Okay, what is with this? So I eventually call out guards, and they start storming up towards Tiffany and Dawson. So they ask us for shelter. They ask the group for shelter, and the group says, what are you running from? Who are you running from? And why are you here? Start asking a bunch of questions. So a little later, the leader, which is me, starts talking to them, saying we're putting them in a secure shelter, and they get all worried about it, and I said it's a safe shelter, don't worry. And yeah, so they walk up to the specific shelter where the leader, me or Jacob, decides to talk to them in private. So, they start talking about this mutant that's been going around, and they start talking about the specific military guards after them. So, after a little bit of talking, they eventually are shown down to a certain area where they could rest. But they start talking to each other, saying these guys are weird and that they have no idea what's happening. And so what happens is the leader, Jacob, eventually asks, even though my name is Will, the leader, Jacob, eventually asks if they're done and saying that it's not safe out there and that they need to go into a safe and secure part of the village or junkyard. So we start talking and they asked if they seen, they end up asking if we've seen Alex or Aiden, but they didn't really care about Aiden being there, so they only really asked for Alex or if they've seen any military. Eventually the leader says no and asks the guards questions if they've seen anyone, but they are eventually led to a certain area of shelter. Later in the night, a police officer or one of the officers comes in. This is a little cut that Dogriff forgot to make. So they start talking, and later in the night, a military soldier arrives, starting to ask the junkyard people questions. So then the leader, Jacob, starts talking to him, saying the kids aren't here, and there's no need to search their village. But the guard takes it the hard way, and decides to go full throttle on the junkyard people. They decide to start shooting at each other, and slowly everybody starts dying. So as the police officer and Jacob start fighting, one of the junkyard people tells them that they have to go and that they're not safe in the junkyard anymore. Eventually, they are led to an exit where they can escape. But sadly, the junkyard person with red hair, you'll see in a second, as you saw there, the junkyard person was shot, and they are eventually chased down to what seems like a gas station. They turn off the lights, hide under a table, and the guard looks around everywhere as they run away. But they find out that Jacob is still alive at the end of the video, and that is where it all ends. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be doing another part of the series, actually. Yeah, probably. Alright, we'll see you guys next time. Peace!